And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are continuing the fairy area in Shadowbringers. So let me bring the stream crew on. Beep boop.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good, okay.
So I have to say, I've been doing some thinking.
Yeah.
And I really think that the beaver transformation machine can solve a lot of our problems. Like, if we lure Vothri to Ilmeg...
I think it only works on pixies.
Shh, let me have this.
We've literally gone to the beaver making machine several times and nothing happened to us.
Maybe we're just too cool for the beaver transformation
We're built
machine.
different.
Listen, if we could get Vothra here and turn him into a beaver, the only thing the Sin Eaters will want to do is cut down trees. We'll win by default.
Alright, I think we should skip the Dome and Enclave today because we can make it to the level 73 trial, but it's a bit of a trek.
Okay.
So I want to focus on MSQ today.
But without the trees, we'll have uncontrolled global warming, and then we'll just transform the calamity from a light one to a fire one. They don't have that many trees as it is. Look at what happened to most of the world.
Oh yeah, how's that surviving, I wonder? Let me refresh chat. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Nice.
It actually makes sense to me because I imagine that there's just not a lot of airflow once you get into the empty. So like if you're worried about like the trees trying to oxygenate the entire planet, the air just kind of like hits a wall once you...
Do you think the air just feels really thin there?
I think probably since it's an overwhelming amount of one type of ether, I think probably everything else gets drowned out, and you're right, there's no airflow there. There's probably very little air there.
It's probably air, just stagnant.
Yeah, you said the air would feel thin. I think of the opposite. I think it would feel thick. It would feel heavy, like it's not moving enough.
Yeah, because it's not a lack of air, it's a lack of wind element.
Yeah, exactly.
Complete stillness.
You know, the oxygenated air hits the wall and just kind of, you know, it's kind of like the same thing actually happens in the ocean. Like there are times where just like a quirk of like the fluid physics just make it so that there is like a solid wall where you can literally see clear divisions between water of one quality and water of another. It's quite fascinating to look at.
Yeah, it can happen with temperature as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have things like the Gulf Stream.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't been in the ocean since 2019. That's a while, I just realized.
I haven't been in the ocean for even longer, which is... I live on the coast.
I mean, I live in Wisconsin, so I have an excuse, but I haven't been to the... Last time I was in the ocean was when I went on family vacation.
I mean, when you live in Wisconsin, the sky just drops an ocean on you every winter, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You are making rain jokes, and not about Britain, chat.
Snow joke.
It's been raining here for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's raining today. Only a little bit though, just saying.
Friend invite, party invite sent, Minda.
Yeah, I accepted it. Didn't take for some reason. Unable to join. It said it was unable to join your party.
Weird.
Nope, there, let's try again. Yeah.
Ah, there we are. I am Black Mage, good.
You want to invite Tedric?
You don't got it.
Didn't realize he was... There we go. Oh, right. Yeah, you're a sprout on this character.
I'm just a witch baby.
Oh, I picked a Mancer and then immediately overwrote my my goddamn Dark Knight.
Oops. You did that thing when you pick up a new job where you where you press update instead of new glamour.
Yeah, it's a new player. No, it's a new DSA even.
Worry not, we shall be fine. Go on and find Urianger. Send Urianger my regards, and tell him to live somewhere less annoying next time. Amen to that. The beaver transformation machine is just going to be my solution to every fairy problem we have for the rest of time, by the way.
Okay.
They all deserve it. Feaul certainly has a way with the other pixies. Except maybe Feaul. Feaul deserves the beaver transformation machine a little. For Alphino and Alice's sakes, let us be quick. We'd be ashamed to return, only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, that's absolutely Urianger's. No wonder he puts up with the fairies. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Though I guess he was beating them at riddle games.
Yeah, we've talked before about Urianger being at least autistic coded, and living in fairyland might be the most. Not even like the biggest piece of evidence to that effect, just the most.
Okay.
Oh, we should look out for ether currents.
Yeah, I was about to say there's one 263 yams to the north and east.
Northeast. Okay.
I think it's on one of the buildings in the water.
Northeast. I thought you said
it's on the water. It's not in the water. I think there used to be some ether currents underwater, but they're gone now.
Now that would be annoying.
Yeah. There was one of those in, I think it's still there in Stormblood.
Oh, that looks cool!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Like, again, Shadowbringers is kind of spectacular for this kind of thing. And Ilmeg is one of the most striking locations.
That's gorgeous. That's so clear. And seeing like the houses underwater like that is very cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is.
Clearly, it was not always here before.
Yeah.
It's also because remember, this is this shard's version of Ishgard, and it's interesting to see that people were living in the equivalent of the frozen ravine.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Were they doing that pre-calamity as well on the?
No, I believe by that point it had already become a
Yeah, well, I mean
dangerous.
that's the reason why they built Ishgard where they did, is because the frozen gorge is dragon-proof. Dragons have a hard time flying over it.
It used to not be frozen.
Yes. No. It's been that way for at least 1,000 years.
Yeah, like it's not just frozen. It is an absolute cacophony of elemental chaos.
Oh, okay. Just to begin with. Okay.
Yeah, that no. As I said, no mortal could survive that, which is why
they immediately go down there. Yeah.
with an Ascian.
But yeah, like the frozen maelstrom of ether around Ishgard has always been there. The zone becoming eternal winter happened after 1.0 and the calamity.
Yeah, it was always a bit cold, but not like it is now.
Yeah, it was like pine trees. Shit.
There were seasons. Okay, this cutscene is going to be a lot, so I strongly suggest just shutting up and letting it happen, and then unpacking it afterwards.
Okay. It's been quite a while. I hope Urianger is well. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Oh boy, what am I about to see?
Fashion, darling, fashion.
Ha! Oh, this is rad.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
What did we interrupt? Hey, you got a hell of a glow-up,
Full
buddy.
glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside. Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
But she wants to take part in the discussion.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Well, some of them. Don't nod, only some of them.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the
Kismet
rest,
counts as a comrade.
it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get details of this vision, aren't we?
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
Oh, who are we gonna see choking to death on the air?
Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides.
Wait, it traveled? Or did they just release it in various places?
From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
It propagates itself?
To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
No! Dead Tataru is a crime! As is dead Kryl. Dead Tataru is an abomination of narrative.
Were no more.
For
the weapon spared not one. Not even thee.
They put me in the canon Shadowbringers outfit, okay. Well, all we need to do to prevent that future is not dress up like that. Then his vision won't come to pass.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
Okay, fill me in.
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Yeah, how the hell does it propagate itself across the world?
The air moves.
Come.
This is kind of the problem with, like, real airborne weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, but those settle after a while.
After a while, that's why Black Rose didn't kill literally everyone on Earth, but killed enough people to cause problems.
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
I mean, I've spent quite a bit of time in the middle of it. It's a chart of the elements.
It's something to do with magic?
I guess you are a Dark Knight and wouldn't really have studied like I would have.
Dark Knights are like the magic classrooms tanks, so they ought to know this shit too.
No, I literally strip the elements away from my magic. I don't use elements.
As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Light and dark.
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness.
Interesting.
At this, did my mind begin to race.
Interesting.
Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
You're talking to the leader of the Darkness crew, so...
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
Okay, so what's the causality here? So, it's been a little vague as to whether events on the source contribute to the calamities and destruction of the reflections, or the destruction of the reflections engender something in the source. It kind of feels like a mutual exchange.
It is a mutual exchange.
But there's no causality.
It's like how the different limbs in your body share the same blood.
Should such a weapon be unleashed,
sure. If that analogy helps you, fine. It does. I don't get
as
it.
it is with light.
Well, blood flows between your body, and if there's
sure.
if there's a block up in a part of your body, and then it all suddenly rushes, it can rush to your heart and make you die. Like,
fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you can think of it as there effectively being two doors on the floor in order for the flow to happen.
I mean, Home's terminology might actually be helpful here. It's a synchronous event. It's timeline synchronicity. Like, if a lightning themed disaster happens on the shard, while a lightning themed disaster happens on the source, you get a lightning themed rejoining. If the timing does not match up, then just bad things happen and people die, but there is no rejoining. It's just a mutual timeline.
Okay,
thing.
so it's not always that one of these things happens. Okay.
And I think sometimes if something bad enough happens that one of the shards collapses, that ether is probably going to flood towards the source and cause at least some sort of upset.
Yeah, but not necessarily a rejoining.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leergear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Well, that's easy.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
Tell me the truth, how long was the riddle game?
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure
We
that
know how
my
long it
vision
was, it's a
does
week.
not come to pass.
They've said this multiple times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Turns out it was like 6 weeks, but he was just embarrassed at how long it took him to win.
But yeah, as Count Bob says, this is why the Ascians are careful, because, like, if you mess up the timing, then you just donk up the planet and cause a natural disaster, and nothing happens.
Yeah, like
You just kill a bunch of people for no reason.
Yeah, they usually get to the brink of destroying the shard, but not actually destroy it, so that
So that it's ready to go when the timing is right.
Which obviously sucks even for the people, even if they don't get rejoined. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so like, that's the situation the first is in, is that, like, it is on the tipping point of being primed for a light-based calamity, and they're just waiting for it to think. Actually, like, here's something I didn't put together until, like, way after the fact. The Heavens War was probably meant to be that light calamity, because the Knights of the Round and King Thoradin were a light-based group of despots. If we had killed them right away, they could have, like, gotten up to some nonsense and caused the light-based calamity, and we would be right here. And that was also right at the same time when the Warriors of Darkness were running around trying to build up stuff.
Interesting.
So like we already like prevented the Light Calamity back in Heavensward.
What ends up what the fuck Loreweaver was doing with Ultimate Weapon there?
Yeah.
I mean, he was just kind of an asshole.
Yeah, also the Ultima Weapon, like, Ultima spell is not necessarily light, but like close enough. It's at least partially light. Ultimately it's kind of a mix of both. As far as I can tell.
So really, Red Mage should get it at level 100.
Yeah, probably. Also, incidentally, the Astral Umbral reveal makes lore discussions insufferable now. Because nobody can use those words and know what they're talking about. It's like, wait, do you mean astral in the source sense or the first sense?
So, like, are we talking about stillness and chaos or what? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to just like not use astral umbral entirely and just use light, order, dark, chaos.
Yeah, and you see the poster that's displaying everything.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah, that's a furnishing item. When they first put it into the game, they accidentally mirrored it.
Like horizontally or vertically?
I mean, did they accidentally mirror it, or did they mirror it on purpose?
No, as in mirrored, as in the writing was backwards.
Oh, the right.
Yeah, yeah. So like instead of the elements like being left to right, it was right to left, and they did fix it. But like I just
how do you make that mistake? Why did you have a flipped texture to begin with?
You just set a negative value to the z-axis. There you go. But also, like this chart, in keeping with what Urianger said, does in fact have the elements reversed because ice is in fact the elements are also have like a light or darkness aspect to them. So like lightning is usually like associated with chaos, and ice is associated with light, which makes sense because like ice, stillness, lightning, chaos, like it makes sense.
Yeah, this chart is from the source somehow.
No, this starts from the first. We got ice down in the darkness for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They on the first they consider stillness and passivity to be light, and this says umbral, meaning this is from the source.
No. You got it backwards now?
No.
See, this is exactly what I mean about how astral and umbral are now useless terms.
No, you got it backwards. They don't even use the terms astral and umbral on the
umbral right below ice. You can see the text.
I know, which means this is from the source. Somehow Urianger got his hands on something from the source.
No, astral is light on the source.
They literally said they don't use the terms astral or umbral on the source in the last cutscene. So on the first of the last cutscene.
But they do mean the things that they mean.
Yes, but they don't use the terms, so that means this cannot be from the first.
Guys, Urianger made the poster, okay?
Must be.
And he does have it lined up with the worldview of the first.
No, it's the source. Because in the worldview of the first, light would be ice, water, and turn.
Yes.
And light is at the bottom here.
In the darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, light's at the bottom, darkness is at the top.
What are you not getting?
Oh wait. Okay, I might be.
Finally, Jesus! With your eyes.
Okay, so I think. Yeah, light is at the bottom because it's a bunch of lights in the darkness, and darkness is at the top because it's like the night sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so astral, and now you get the point. Okay, cool, yay.
All right, let's consider Shadowbringers.
I just muted myself from most of that conversation. I'm like, hi guys.
Brain learns the difference between light and dark. Okay.
One brings shadow, one brings the light.
Yeah.
We will be much bolstered for Urianger's company. Unfortunately, this is considering Shadowbringers. Fair enough. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? I think it's an improvement, buddy.
Doth mine pussy pop severely?
Oh my god, which of these do I want to say?
I'm taking did you lose weight?
Oh, come on, I wanted to do that.
Just, it's mine now.
I'll say, did you take up astrology?
Did I lose weight? If 'tis of flesh you speak of, I cannot rightly say. However, in taking up astrology, I may have shed some yards of fabric. My present attire better suiteth for the art.
Do we get to say, did you take up astrology if we haven't done anything with astrologian?
You do, which is unfortunate because I think it would be funny if that were locked behind the astrologian job.
Yeah. Indeed, though the night be lost, behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. I was going to say, your astrology on the first is going to be useless on the source because of the different constellations. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Leagaia, I've already forgotten how you pronounce that. We must Leagaia? Gia. We must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. What the hell is a viand? Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Lore, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin, known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. Oh yeah, we passed a couple of those. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. We have to Pokeball it? Alright.
Vilekin, gotta punch 'em all.
Okay.
Astrology. Oh, we should pick up this quest as well. Blue quest.
Alternatively, get Vilekin.
At the sight of you, the exuberant pixie's eyes light up with recognition. Oh, you're Urion Jay's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand? You see, Urion Jay's home is drab and dull. I have a mind to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, it'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We usually trade with the Fuath for it, but seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's a sunken church. Well, you take care of this. I'll go and pick us lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Yeah, I can't imagine that wet bug is a recipe for success here. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon.
The hawk is right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Astrologia magic being different on the first is actually something that like your astrology teacher brings up after you complete Shadowbringers. Like you go back to if you pick up Astrologian and go through the whole story quest, you can go talk to her again. She's like, "Wait, you went to another planet of eternal daylight and kept using your Astrologian spells? How?" and she's like genuinely fascinated with like figuring out how the fuck that works.
I weaken the something and you run over and catch it.
On the source, you're pulling aether from distant stars, and on the first, you're pulling aether from really distant stars.
Pretty much, yeah.
You would be the bad guy in a Pokemon episode.
I am getting way more satisfaction from doing that to you than I thought I would.
I mean, I got mine, so I don't know what... Alright, now into the water. Get in the water.
Although it does make sense that like there may be differences in the astrology anyway due to the different time speeds on the various shards. In real life, it's often pointed out that the zodiacs that we have these days are actually different to when they were first conceived. Due to the cosmos moving. There's been drift.
Fun fact: the North Star has only been visible for what, like 900 years?
Just kind of showed up one day.
Yeah.
And we are slowly drifting to a new North Star eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the Southern Cross as well.
You mean that oof from video games?
Was Final Fantasy V or VI the debut of the Northern Cross move?
So I know that Southern Cross was 6.
Wait, which one did Necron and Kefka use? Was it Southern Cross?
That's Grand Cross.
Grand Cross, okay.
Yeah, Grand Cross debuted in 5 as the final boss's signature attack.
Yeah.
Please call me Southern Cross. Grand Cross is my father.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a side quest around here we want us to do. Is that this one? Check.
Revolting Refreshments.
Oh, I know that one.
It's right here. It's over by me.
Yo, nice shark.
Is it the ocean fishing shark?
Well, I guess I'm never getting it then, unless you can trade that.
Oh yeah, that is the ocean fishing shark. It's actually really easy to get. You just need to do it.
Even I've got it.
Yeah, I did it after like 3 tries at ocean fishing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you just need to get a high. Ocean fishing is like a timed minigame where your goal is to catch as many fish in a limited amount of time as possible. And I got it, and I got the shark mount on like my 3rd try.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the Southern Cross is an arrangement of stars at the South Pole, whereas the Grand Cross is actually an alignment of our solar system.
Ah, that makes sense. There you are.
Yeah, especially with the animation of it.
Did you manage to find the whirlweeds? Oh, look at these lovelies. I'll enchant these at once, make it so they can grow outside the water, and then plant them here and there. Like kudzu. Meanwhile, I want you to decorate with these snug blooms. As to where they should go, yes, the stairs, where they can trip people. That's a dull spot that's ripe for some cheer. When you've finished, come and let me know.
See, I wasn't even paying attention to your screen, so I thought that she had genuinely said that. They've been like the stairs, yes.
Spirited and dispirited, Pixie.
Their desire to murder you.
Is this Revolting Refreshments?
Yes.
Yes.
You can also click on it and see that it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Urion J doesn't pay any attention to us anymore. They're unimpressed with Urion J. Of late, Urion J has been paying us no mind. He always used to have time for us, but now he is busy with other things. He leaves us with no choice but to play tricks on him. Hey, here's a question. If you hadn't done the fog clearing quest, what would have happened if you tried to traverse the area?
You could, it would just give you a headache.
Fair enough. Of late, Urion J has been paying us no mind. He always used to have time for us, but now he is busy with other things. He leaves us with no choice but to play tricks on him. That's right, we're going to play tricks on Urianger, and you're going to help us prepare them. Well, you know, I have a place where you can prepare those tricks if you'd like. It's a really good place.
I don't know, playing tricks in Urianger sounds fun.
First of all, we'll need to draw water from Hand Mirror Lake. Come and meet me by the water.
Philia's back here.
When did I get this guy? Must have been one of the Mogstone events.
Philia's over here by me.
We're off to do the lake, I think.
No, I'm off to talk to Minfilia.
And Minfilia's on the way.
Oh, looked like you were inside.
No need to worry about me. I'm quite familiar with the manor. During our wanderings, Thancred and I would often return here. It's where I imbue his ammunition.
If you remember Gunbreaker weapons, they use magically enchanted shells, and Thancred can't use magic.
Okay, now we can get back to the next.
That actually has an impact on trusts as well. If
this is Thancred's trust quirk, is that he basically can't use the Gunbreaker's burst phase without Minfilia in the party with him.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
So, like, he's still functional as a tank. He just does less damage because he's not using all of the Gunbreaker abilities.
It's not like it's the tank's job to do damage anyway.
He also can't use like Aurora or one of his defensive buffs that requires him to create a magical shield.
For our trick.
I believe your Stola can also do it. So basically, if you to not be able for him not to be able to do it,
you need a magic user in the party.
For our trick, we need nice, clean water, and I want you to carry it. But normal carrying is insufferably boring. I'm not balancing this shit on my ears, okay? That's why I've asked the fairies who dwell in these parts to make an exciting game out of it. Oh no. Try to carry the water back to the bookman's shelves without dying, you hear? And don't be too slow either. Slow is boring. Deliver the heavy barrel to the spirited pixie at the bookman's shelves, of course. You will have 90 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. Be wary of attacks from enemies, which will sap your strength. Alright, where are they going to spawn? I can't sprint.
You just meant like the mobs.
Yeah, if they do it, that just mean the mobs.
That was it? Okay. Well, you actually came back alive. Most don't, so give yourself a pat on the back. How will we use this water, you ask? We'll boil it and then pour it into a pot with some withered leaves. This produces a foul brown water that Urianger absolutely loathes. Is he just pretending to hate tea so that they'll make him more?
Yes. So yeah, your solution is to just turn them all into beavers. I think Urianger has got the superior pixie management system.
Yeah, I think that's way funnier. That's fantastic. I love it.
Urianger has already developed into a much better character.
Yeah.
We've had him back for like 60 seconds.
Now, while I prepare the water, I want you to go and fetch a fragrant treat from the cabinet over in the corner. It's another thing that Urianger loves. Now you see why I wanted you to do this side quest? I'm so glad.
I also wanted you to do it. I just didn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I forgot if it was this quest or like a continuation of the Ether Current quest, because like the Pixie that just gave us the Ether Current quest also has a series of quests like this where they play quote unquote pranks on Urianger, and it's clear that he just has these pixies doing his chores for him.
While we're in here, we should do it to the stairs as well.
Yeah, don't forget about.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Norianji, master manipulator.
Yep. I'm gonna feed my cat while you finish these sub quests.
Did you find the treat?
Variety of sweet that Urianger supposedly loves.
Good, good. Now everything is in readiness. I can't wait to see the look on Urianger's face when we offer this to him. But, my friend sure is taking their time. Let's go and find them. Yeah, I think I know where they went. Marvelous! This is sure to put a smile on Urianger's scowly face. And then he'll want to stay here forever and ever and ever. You're welcome to stay too, of course. There's plenty of room for you and all your friends. Oh hey, I leveled off of that. Enhanced mana font. Is that broken ability on your hotbar? Sharp cast. Wait, hang on. They moved over here. Okay. No, I will not remove it. It's funny. And it's an interesting trophy to have on your hotbar. The preparations are in order. Excellent. All that remains is to await Urianger's return. He's right in there. We never tire of seeing him gag as he sips the brown water. But he's so polite. He always drinks it to the last drop. Why, I almost feel sorry for him. Anyway, our thanks for helping us. Let's do it again sometime.
Pixies are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Urianger, way to go, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate your devilish mischief getting one over on the fairies.
Mm-hmm.
Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? A truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray, take thine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
Oh ho!
White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Okay. Now we've got some Ascian defenses.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
In general, tanks do about 2/3 as much damage as a DPS, and healers do about half as much damage as a DPS. So in a standard party, assuming everyone is equally good at their rotation, the DPS do about 2/3 of the damage, and the supports do the other third. Interesting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl, thank you.
Oh, a little smile.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether.
Yeah, I always figured that was a debilitation of the soul, not the body.
I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
She's a reader! Excellent!
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Kids reading is always awesome.
Yeah.
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Oh?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
In, like, her body? Or did you find the Oracle of Light on the edge of the world? Oh, crystal seizure time.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair!
This is sad.
I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny,
What, as in take over her
then
body?
shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamines? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
Man, this sucks.
It is not their decision to make.
Well, that's true enough.
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me.
No wonder he's got a little resentment to the kid.
There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
Well, your vocal cords got taken over for a bit. She wakes up after Minfilia gets done possessing her, and her vocal cords are just super sore from the voice change.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
Ooh. How do you want this to end? That's a pregnant pause.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
Well, I don't blame you. That thing's the size of your torso.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Leader Loran.
Man, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pause wasn't just pregnant. That pause was gravid. That pause was carrying septuplets.
Holy shit.
That pause was third trimester at this point.
Holy shit. This is so much better than the other expansions.
Why? This is why we've been talking it up so much to you.
Were you thinking, oh, it's not going to live up to it? It's like, oh shit, it does.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we see the big stuff.
Yeah, this expansion is awesome. It's been 2.5 years in the making. Or in the waiting, I should say.
Worth every minute.
Yeah.
Even if just for that good times we've had on the way.
Oh yeah, no, this whole trip has been a great time. I don't want to make it sound like it hasn't been. Why did we walk? We could have just teleported here.
Yeah. I don't like teleporting short distances within a zone. It's literally going to take you longer to load.
I'm on a PS5. It takes 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, my PC can handle loading times, no problem.
I dare not ask what happened in our absence. When you have a moment, be sure to show your appreciation to the twins. They've endured a great deal on our behalf. Yeah, you guys okay? You couldn't have returned at a better time. The Pixies just decided that it would be I was about to make a joke about the Pixies having you swap outfits. Damn it, I should have said that. It would be amusing to have Alice and I exchange outfits. Thank the gods you arrived when you did. Any later, and I don't think I would have been able to live it down.
Then we'd have red-blue Alice and blue-red Alpino.
As much as I should like to savor the reunion with Master Alphino and Mistress Alice, it must wait. I have taken the liberty of presenting our gifts unto the Pixies. Let us see how well they are received. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. I know a place that's got lovelier wings. You've done us a great kindness. Listen, I hate
We actually need their help. Or we can't just turn them all into beavers anymore.
Okay, fine. You've done us a great kindness, and it's Fey custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it.
Loreweaver universe.
Magnificent expression, huh? So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Loreweaver. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. Oh. So one of the fairies killed the last one. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. but all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. All right, which of us is going to wear it?
I can. Probably suits me best.
The fairies would have made Alphino wear it. Are you sure?
Brienne's already wearing one.
Well, yeah. Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. Do we have to convince 3 more fairy enclaves? The shell crown is with the Fuath, the stone scepter is with the Numo, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. The Amaro? Isn't that the name of the bird thing?
Yep.
Yes.
They're people?
Yep.
Huh.
Remember when you said it wouldn't be able to understand your speech?
Huh. Good luck finding them all. Okay, well, it's not like I haven't had sentient mounts before, but it's a little weird that they get farmed. Oh, you beat me to banning them, Die. Well done.
Wow.
The facts...
Just like you beat me to getting the fucking bug!
The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fuath. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. You're still here? I thought you were off to round up the relics to break the seal over Lea Gia.
Is that a...
Oh yeah, Blue Quest.
Ulthon?
Yep.
Alright, Ultron. Ultron has a dream. There's talk that an interesting mortal has come to Ilmeg. Loreweaver or some such. It's you, isn't it? Don't even think to deny it. I'm Ultron, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone would fawn over me, and that would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to become the darling of Leda Loran. But everyone is so caught up with their flower smelling and their mischief making, they don't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know much and more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular? You guys know my answer to this.
There's a hut over there where you can find...
I don't think that would make them popular with the fairies, though. With the pixies.
I would say become the cleverest pixie of all.
I'll say the fairest.
The cleverest? I think I know how I can do that. I just need to read lots of books, right?
I I'm already the fairest, I beg your pardon. Besides, we all of us can use glamour to change our appearance. The others won't be impressed by simply because I look different.
True enough. So it doesn't matter what you look like then.
Ooh, I have it. I might not be able to impress with how I look, but I can impress with what I know. I just need to read lots of books.
And it just so happens there are lots of books in Urianje's home, a place called the Bookman's Shelves. Right, I'm going there at once, and you're coming too. I can't read your strange mortal writing, so I need you to do it for me.
I mean, hey, Lore, you can't complain. This is children reading.
They're not kids anymore.
Eh?
If we can follow this up in a bit. We'll be going back there later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that way.
Man, you know what I wish? I wish one of the options was the bravest fairy of them all.
So you can send them off to the big boss. I like the pixies.
Lore does too. That's why he's trying to help them.
That is one way to phrase it. Right. Time to meet the Fuath.
We already met the Fuath. We killed a bunch of them.
No, we haven't talked to people.
Oh shit! The whole crew was crowding around them, so I didn't see the NPCs, just a destination marker. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fuath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? One sec. I need to turn down the game audio a little, I think. Yes, I think it might have been loud compared to us. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianje? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Not much for the water, are you? Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. Aho! You too, Urianje. That you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals. What a treat. Yes, that's in the word. Aye, my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people.
That water effect's nice.
Yeah. Oh, is that all? Of course, of course. You may have it. You shall have it. Just like that? What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us, is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we Fuath, it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue, it means forbidden realm. Sounds forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Oh, huh. I thought our next duty was going to be at the end of the stream.
The trial is going to be at the end of the stream. The trial, in case you hadn't guessed by now, is obviously going to be Titania, and we have a ways to go before we get there.
Yeah, three of these fairy enclaves.
Yep. So do small talk with everyone before we head into the dungeons. But then it is dungeon time.
Is Lore doing trust or?
I think we should do this one with the party.
Yeah, I like doing it with you guys on minimum item level.
There is an interesting, there is like an interesting thing at the end. The final boss is interesting with all the trust NPCs, but it's easier to do that later on in the game once you have the whole crew as a trust instead of just as duty support. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it's basically trivia. We can always explain at the end.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the final boss has a mechanic. Lore doesn't have to do the mechanic, but we're going to make him do it anyway, correct?
Of course.
Of course. Excellent, as long as we're on the same page. If we wipe because Lore can't do the mechanic, that's fine. I'm fine with that. He'll be content.
Be gentle with the pulls. It's been a hot minute since I've played Scholar.
It's fine. It's minimum item level, so...
Yeah, minimum item level, we won't be doing multiple pulls anyway.
Cool.
I can fight too. I promise I won't be a burden. When we sally forth, allow me to lead the van. Bearing the brunt is my specialty these days. While I was in Imperial territory, I learned how to wield the gunblade. I subsequently let my skills go to rust for want of the ability to replenish my own ammunition. When I decided to rescue Minfilia, however, I knew I needed a more defensively minded style, so I placed a special order at the Crystalline Mean, and the rest is history. 'Twas never like to be simple. Hard though it may seem to believe, the Fuath's love of games surpasseth even that of the pixies. And in the name of their games, full many men have drowned. We must needs take all care if we are to avoid meeting a watery end. Okay, so I'm realizing now that from the way you guys are talking about duty support and trust, you accumulate party members over the course of the expansion instead of them just being a specific set for each individual duty?
Yeah, so at this point, the duty support and trusts are two different things, even though they're similar. Duty support is what we're doing right now, and your duty support options are the characters who are here
in the storyline. Yeah, duty support is canon. Trust is any formation you'd like.
Yeah. So, like, Y'shtola isn't in the story yet, but you can go through this dungeon with Y'shtola in trusts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And she
as well as some other characters who are too spoilery to mention, but Y'shtola, she's coming.
I've seen her in the trailer, yeah.
Well, plus, like, she's been in the game since A Realm Reborn. You know she's a party member.
Yeah.
Anyway. And also, in trusts, as opposed to duty support, in trusts, all of the characters start off at level 80, level 70, rather. And you have to level them up to 80 in order to take them into...
It's a pain in the ass.
It is quite a pain in the ass. It's I only do it for the achievements, to be honest.
I take it you have to farm one duty until they level up enough to do the next one?
Yep.
You got it.
With all of the characters, if you want to level all of them up.
That said, when a new expansion comes along, they massively increase the amount of experience you get from the older duties. Yeah. So, like, you can get 1 or 2 levels per run.
Yeah, like there are some circumstances where if you're hyper-focusing this game and you want to level a bunch of DPS up...
Yeah, it's also... That's the other thing, too, is that it's also a very good way to level up DPS jobs, because you don't have to worry about DPS queues.
Yeah, like the amount of time you would wait in a queue is immediately evaporated by the fact that you can go and do a trust.
Yeah.
So that extra like 15 to 20 minutes of waiting for the trust to do their thing, well, you would have waited 30 minutes in queue anyway. So
Yeah. Milena says it takes 40 plus minutes to run a dungeon with trust, and that's a skill issue. I'm sorry, it is.
You can double pull with trust. You just have to do it manually.
You can double pull with trusts. Don't heal with trust, whatever you do, because that will take 40 minutes. Anyway, consider Shadowbringers.
So they desire sport. It seems safe to say we must proceed fully prepared. I'll take sport over pixie chores. Let's give the Fuath what they want. Okay.
This isn't my favorite dungeon, but it is my favorite dungeon aesthetically.
Don Meg. Your quest to gain entry to Loreweaver and vanquish the Light Warden sealed within has brought you to the domain of the water-bound Fuath, bearers of one of the 4 Fey relics that comprise the key to the castle. The creatures agree to yield to you their relic, the Shell Crown, but in exchange they demand of you what they call thrilling sport. In order to fulfill your side of the bargain, you and your comrades sally forth into a realm of illusion, as treacherous and unpredictable as its denizens. Okay. I'm a level silence. Echo. Confirm.
Well, Milena says they were doing Holminster as a healer. Well, yeah, there's your problem, because the one issue with trust / duty support is that the NPCs do a little less damage than players do, but you can mitigate that by being a DPS yourself, and then you bring your own DPS to bear on the dungeon, and it goes fairly quickly. But if you're a healer, then you're just sitting there watching Alize and Thancred hack away at the mobs one by one, and yeah, that'll take an hour, but that was your mistake.
Oh, this is cool.
Very.
I see we've got some more people who got transformed into bushes.
Yep. They're everywhere.
This music is very Sugar Plum Fairy.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm sure they're fine with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I love what this place looks like.
Oh, we're here at night too. Weirdly.
Driver's license portrait. My one and true enemy.
I am going to interrupt him. There we go. No buffed enemy for us. Yeah, there's the Fuath is when you first encounter it is using a water spell to improve the one of the plant enemies.
I'm melee, so I don't have an interrupt, so that's on you.
Yeah, it's the tank's generally the tank's duty to stop it. As a result, you will almost always see the enemy get bigger because most bloody tanks don't pay attention.
Oh, hey, actually, remind me about my rotation at this point in leveling. I'm supposed to open with fire, then immediately swap to ice to get the buff from Blizzard 4, and then swap back to fire.
I don't really know how much of an increase that gets.
I remember you guys saying something about that, or somebody saying something about that a few weeks ago.
The problem was that you were just ignoring Ice 4 entirely during your Ice phase.
No, I've been doing that for a couple of months.
Yeah, and you weren't until we told you to. Like, that's probably the conversation you're remembering. I don't know how much DPS you gain from doing a quick ice switch during your opener.
Yeah, starting in ice makes more sense to me.
Gotcha.
But, if you want, I can dig out that rotation thing again.
You know, or also I think if it's just using mana font in your opener just gets you those ice shards anyway.
I love this place.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I like how even doing single pulls with other actual players is faster than trust because players do
Mm-hmm. In Endwalker and Dawn Trail, they are better about using AoE ability. The NPCs are better about doing AoE abilities. They're not as slow as they are in Shadowbringers.
So Lord did the first dungeon on trust, or on Duke,
yes.
Right?
The problem with Dawn Trail is they use AoEs when it's not a gain. Like, please, that's a gain on 4. There's only 2 enemies. Stop using AoEs. And interrupt you, and then
3+ target priority is start with B2 freeze, go to fire. Gotcha.
yeah, if we end up taking you into extremes, you will need to know your rotation a bit better than you do now.
Yeah. We'll start those when I beat the game.
I like a lot of the extremes, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have what I like to call Mario Party mechanics. Sometimes.
Yeah, me not have been doing one with you drop rocks onto a platform, then you levitate
that's the new one.
into a hole. Yeah, then you drop rocks into a hole by levitating over the hole to make sure they don't crash into the other rocks, and then you have to hide behind those rocks to protect yourself from other attacks.
These things are cute.
Right?
Figured you'd like
it's
them.
so hard to not tell you about the Fuath. But we had self-control.
Yeah. I like the Fuath except for the fancy little outfits. I don't really care for that.
You don't like their fancy little outfits?
I don't like fancy outfits.
You sound so sad about that, Teddy.
Imagine the Fuath except they're like dressed like fucking British punk rock bands. Actually.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
The vision in my mind of that. I'm so bad at dodging this one, so you don't have to feel bad, Lore.
You and I got hit once.
I'm enjoying the much faster flares now.
Wait, don't you have despair at this level? Because if it's single target, you should be using despair instead of flare.
So I do. I do have despair. Okay. Whoops. I don't want to use it now. Come on, Lore.
Especially if you get knocked up, you will fall back down.
But they're never going to keep you down, is the thing about it.
So,
those things have huge AoEs.
So the music that's playing now is the Signs and Sinners remix of
Not seeing a whole lot of thunder on that boss, Lore.
I was getting there.
Uh-huh.
This is a remix of the final boss theme that was originally created for Dissidia NT.
Oh.
But they ported it. Originally, they just had a Realm Reborn track playing for the mini bosses.
I'm going to use Flare to keep up my elemental gauge.
but like, it's a bit lame to have a Realm Reborn track playing during Shadowbringers, so they imported this from Dissidia NT.
Oh, I must have joined after that change was made. I think I joined at 0.3, so...
Well, I say in a Realm Reborn track. Technically, it was a 1.0 track that, but it's the Realm Reborn version where they cut part of it out.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite mini-boss themes.
Yeah.
I'm not huge on it just because it's a not as good version of just Insatiable. So like,
aiming.
Oh, I just thought it was Insatiable.
No, it's Insatiable, but it's like I said, it's the remix they did for Dissidia and then brought back over rather than the actual final boss version of Insatiable, which was made for Shadowbringers.
I just must not have been paying attention.
Same song, different arrangement.
I think my favorite, like, different expansions have different favorites.
Hey, why target me? I know I'm dealing the most damage here, but come on.
Like, this one has my favorite dungeon boss theme. I think Dawntra has my favorite just wild battle theme.
Oh wait, Despair fills your elemental gauge. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, Despair is single target flare, so it does all the same stuff Flare does.
With wild battle themes, it really does feel like the opening line of it is what's really going to make or break it, and Shadowbringers is so bad.
Yeah.
The rest of it is okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, especially because, like, in the open world, like, a lot of times that opening line is as far as you get.
Yeah. Because you're either getting away from something because you don't want to deal with it, or you're fighting something and it's dead pretty fast. Because you're over leveled because of the way that this game's skill levels work.
Yeah. Right, no, Despair is single target.
Yes, that is indeed what we have just been discussing. Thank you for catching up.
You remember.
I was processing use Despair instead of Flare, and then my brain got to...
we got to an AoE group again, and now you have to use Flare instead of Despair.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Look, Law gave me a chance to bully him. I am taking it.
Yeah. See, like, the way I have my... And this won't really help you with your controller, is... The way I have my, Black Mage bar set up is... Black Mage basically has a set of spells for AoE and the same set of spells for single target. So I just have them, like, mirrored on each other on two different bars.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to explain the way I make my toolbars because I'm weird.
How the hell do you guys manage so many hotkeys without clicking on them? Because that's so many keys to press on the keyboard.
I do just click on them a lot, I'll be honest.
You guys were scolding me for clicking on them.
No, we were scolding you for clicking everything.
If something's very occasional, it's worthwhile to make it a clicker.
Yeah,
like the summon fairy button. That's a button I click.
Yeah, what I do is I've got anything combat is on the left-hand side of my hotbars where I can hit them with my keys. Anything with like buffs, for example, they're on the right-hand side and I click them.
Okay.
Because that way, when you're not losing, I'm not losing up time from having to move my mouse every single attack.
Like, I have my Resurrect set, so my Resurrect is something that I click manually.
Yeah, like everything I have that does damage on Dark Knight is between 1 and 6, so my fingers can easily reach them. Whereas my defensive buffs, they're what I click.
I'm a 1 in 5 kind of guy, and then I have my my like next page, previous page buttons on my mouse rigged up to shift and control, and then clicking in on the mouse wheel is alt. So I just have this weird ensemble of like 6 sets of 5 with various incarnations.
Wait, I should be going for the healing items. Damn it. I'm so used to passing
You should be
stuff.
going for everything because you need. Now you're leveling up multiple roles. You're gonna want all of this gear.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, you're right now.
Or stand in front of a tether when you see one.
Okay.
There's the tether. Stand in front of one.
All right.
This is annoying on Trust because like you'll get into a position and then a Trust will decide to take your tether, and so you've got to swap.
Yeah. This prevents.
Okay, there were 5 tethers, and we had to block 4 of them, and it grew only a little because we blocked all but 1.
And we also grew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it gets big enough, it gets a one-hit kill raid glide.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We stole the boss's buffs.
That's why I like this fight. It's charming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is kind of a Torterra.
It is kind of a Torterra. A Torterra, given how it looks.
It looks like something you'd expect from a 9, actually.
Kill your root lore.
Yeah, I just noticed it.
Oh, I thank you.
We got it to 50%.
I'm going to drop the limit break just to make this boss go a little faster.
Not going to limit break the final boss of this dungeon?
Yeah, we'll have time. We'll have time to build the meter back up. Especially going in on minimum item level.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm doing less horrible a scholar than I thought I would be. Turns out I did indeed have a bunch of the minutes.
Alright, tether taken.
Yeah, watch how you grow.
Ah, it did grow.
Did it make a frog noise when it used timber? Huh. Or maybe that's something else I had in the background.
I'm going to swap back to ice.
Thank you, B.
On that casting gear.
I love this area. This is so pretty.
Oh, that is cool.
I've been playing some like deck building roguelikes recently, and it just occurred to me that if like a black mage, if there was one that was equivalent to how stuff works in 14, black mage would be a stance character, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Enter
see
ice,
that.
Enter fire, and then like enter.
Welcome to our humble palace. Keep running, you're almost there.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, look, there's the crown. Lore, go pick up the crown. We found our quest objective.
Oh boy, thanks. Thanks, guys. I'm sure this won't go poorly.
Oh, you fell into a trap.
Lord,
Listen,
why
does
would
it count as a
the
trap
fountain
if I sprung it on purpose?
Hard to say, actually.
We absolutely just had that exchange out loud, by the way, in character.
Oh, yeah.
You guys encouraged me to go get it, and I was like, oh, fine.
And then you say, you told me to do it. Like, no, we didn't. It's Fey voice trickery. We are, of course, gaslighting.
Cerulean lighting?
I have some Fey bullshit planned in my D&D group that coming up soon. I'm so looking forward to it.
The 2 movie nights.
I was wondering if we'd see Kelpies for the underwater fairy dungeon.
I really want that that as model as a mount.
The Donefast Kelpie?
Yeah.
So annoying.
But yeah, I have two movie nights with 2 groups a week, and there's some overlap with the people in them, and somehow we ended up with the same movie on both nights. Like just days apart. So like those of us with overlaps just pretended that we hadn't seen it a few days before. But like we agreed this with when Gadeki had left the chat for the night. It's like, okay, so we're gaslighting Gadeki, right? Yes.
I swear I've seen that Naiad's character model somewhere else, possibly not even in this game.
It's the Mon Bomb on Dad Bomb model.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah, progenitor and progenitrix. We fought them in Ferris Serious Hard. They're using water magic attacks. I can use Dark Mind liberally.
Doesn't Dark Mind also add defense as well now?
Yes, it does.
So I'm so glad that I've run this a bunch with trust, so I know that the Kelpies hit like a truck for some reason.
Mm-hmm. They really do.
So I just knew to babysit Bryn a little bit more on these.
Yeah, that's a Mom Bomb. So, I'm not going to test it right now because we're in the middle of an AoE pack, but how long does Despair take? Did it also get dropped in time at the same time as Flare?
I don't think so.
I don't know off the top of my head.
It's both. It does. Cool.
I'm annoyed that because I'm paying more attention and going less off of my instincts with Scholar, I'm doing better as Scholar than I do as White Mage, keeping Bryn alive.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Scholar's a good healer. I like it.
Mitts are OP.
Lancer's Arm.
Alright, here we go. Final boss.
Oh boy.
Look, the crown, go get it.
Ankthon.
See, now that's the fancy outfit I'm down for. I'm a sucker for a cravat, clearly.
Yeah. This is a snazzy man.
All right. Let's go then.
No.
Okay.
Very well, I
Need it.
believe.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that before.
Wait.
Where you want to stand in front of the boss.
Okay. Like immediately in front of the boss?
Yes.
Oh! Yay! Yes!
I like that we've done this at least twice now.
Just baiting me into good things.
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to force Lore to do this. If we
Yes.
wait because he can't, so be it.
Cool.
Excellent. That's unusual. Now I feel embarrassed. I did a sprint and then fell.
Look at us. We're all just like, oh, we fell. And Laura's like, yeah. Like, wants me to do it? What are you talking about? It's fine.
Suck it.
I couldn't see because Teddy's fat ass was in the way.
Thank you.
Yes, I did jump the last bit.
Oh, getting the
So,
circle.
yeah, so this mechanic is very fun with trusts because every character has their own way of dealing with it.
I bet one of them jumps across that final that corner that you just passed.
Alize does, yes.
Thancred gets halfway across and then just does a ninja teleport.
Yeah, we'll describe all of them later.
What is happening now? Oh, hello.
Fantasia.
Just suddenly Cthulhu.
He's using Fey tricks to try to charm us.
Well, I remain uncharmed.
Yeah.
Thank you
It's
for
like-
nobody calling out that I just screwed that up badly.
I just silently healed you.
Yeah, that was just screw your lane liners in particular.
Yeah, and it's like not very thoroughly telegraphed. So like, once you kind of get what's happening, you don't get out of the way. But you know, until then.
Look, we have another one to break for you to do for the thumbnail.
Give me a fortissimo.
I like that he's referred to as having a lengthsome gait because he's got long ass legs.
I love his trousers.
So you like this kind of fancy?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
farming
just don't-
noble wear more
Weaving,
so than the
okay.
frilly collar.
Ow.
How do you feel about judge officials wearing wigs? You
Weird.
Pro or con? Weird, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, you know, some people will defend it for some reason.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say to not do it because it's traditional, but
Oops. Got chosen.
still, no. You didn't. You got inks.
Yeah.
I've gotten toted. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes.
I still like that if you're using the warrior's berserk to get the glowing red eyes and get turned into a frog, the frog will still have glowing red angry eyes.
Hell yeah.
A very angry frog.
You're probably going to see a part of the fight that I've not seen in a very long time.
Perks of minimum item level.
Yeah.
It's part of why I am always so against doing like duty support and trust, is because the minimum item level experience is the way I want to experience this game. Also, I'm gonna drop limit break. Nope, I'm going to look away.
Then you're gonna drop him.
Now I'm going to drop Limit Break. Oh, no!
Stop attacking, stop attacking. Minda. Okay. The final mechanic.
Oh?
I hit it too hard.
Yep.
The dots killed it. Oh well.
It turned into a frog at the end.
That, I wish I'd gotten to see that.
Yeah, at the very end, it tries to do the changeling Fantasia again and turns into a frog.
Oh, I wish we'd gotten to see that. But yeah, like, whenever you guys suggest I do duty support or trust, I am against it because I think the minimum item level experience is the best way to experience this game.
Yeah, I like doing it with the NPCs. Like, we have a crew, so like that's different. But like whenever when I play through the story for the first time, I always do trust every time because I like go with my NPC squad because the signs are fun. All right, where do we want to go? Oh, there's a nice spot up here. We can't really.
Will the exit be in the?
I can get it out.
Yeah, you do have to roll for loot to get rid of the treasure chest, though.
Well, I did.
Yeah, Teddy, line up here. Okay, we are all kinds of messed up.
Minda, move over to the. Yeah, there you go.
Well, Laura, you were a dead center, and there are 4 of us. This isn't going to work.
Yeah. Law, you move a little over. There we go.
There we go. All right, so the tightrope rock. Off the top of my head, Alize sprints across, and like I said, jumps the last bit.
Yeah, and she says, "Oh, come on, we know this is an illusion."
Yeah. Thancred, as described, will run like part way and then ninja teleport.
Oh, can I explain Urianger?
Urianger just skips the whole thing and teleports across the whole field.
Here's the thing, though. Urianger is a bit of a reference to how whenever he's needed, he just appeared before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you look away from him and then look back, he's already across. Like, if you stare at him the entire time, he casts a teleport spell. But if you look away from him, he just is there.
That's fun. I love camera tricks like that.
Yeah. Alphino does a dainty little tightrope walk. He takes the longest. That's the other thing too, is that all of these different things have different speeds to them. Alphino takes the longest because he does a dainty little tightrope walk across the entire field.
And Minfilia is similar. She's too nervous to get all the way across.
Yeah. Minfilia just doesn't even make it at all, I don't think.
Yeah, no, neither does Alphino. Alphino gets halfway across and picks up speed, but he still doesn't quite make it.
Yeah.
But,
and then my favorite is Y'shtola does like a power walk across the entire field.
Yeah, because she can't even see it because she just sees the way reality is because of her ether sight. So she just walks.
She just ignores the tightrope, right? She just goes straight across.
No, she does the tightrope.
Oh, okay.
But like it's implied that from her perspective, she is just walking across. We just see it that way because of the illusion.
So, you guys were expecting me to need a couple of tries to get across that, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to pretend that we didn't have good reason for that? Are you going to say to my face that you are suddenly good at platforming? That's what I thought.
Well, I didn't need to platform. I just ran. No jumping involved.
Good news. I have the limit break animation here.
I was about to ask. I still started that animation. Does it count?
Yeah. I didn't see the meteors fall, so I'm not sure. Did it actually go off? Did it deal damage to the boss? I couldn't tell.
It didn't.
I was distracted for obvious reasons, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I knew exactly that it was coming when Locke started casting it. That's why I was laughing early.
Honestly, picture perfect end to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Call that a photo finish.
Right.
For some reason, we expect you to go the wrong direction at least once.
Was there another direction?
No.
It gave me a million years to get across it, too.
Oh yeah, you have plenty of time. As long as one good player can get across, they can DPS in downtime. If the party fails entirely and takes too long, eventually he does like a big AoE. He does like a big raid Y that kills you, but it takes a long time to do that. Usually, it is very difficult to screw up so badly that you wipe to that mechanic.
I'm just embarrassed I fell. Usually sprint. I usually do the Alizé method of just sprint like fuck. Okay, come on, screenshot folder. Please load. I know there's 3,700 files, but still. Okay, how's this one? It's coming through now. There you go.
1 second. Not bad.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll share it to the group then. I'll just distribute in chat.
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here.
Give us a moment so that we can line up.
What do you mean? I thought we already got the picture.
I meant line up cutscene wise.
Ah, gotcha.
Well fought, well fought.
Haha, well fought, well fought.
Thank you.
That is a little disturbing.
But you like frogs?
Are they frogs? They look like geckos.
They're sort of like halfway between tadpole and frog, really.
You do not hold back.
They've got tadpole tails.
But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course.
I guess they are frogs. It's just that their snoots look gecko-ish with their giant eyes.
There it is. The relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
Is it another trick? It is another trick.
Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
No, you can't keep me.
More? I want to see more of her.
Yes, yes! I could watch her forever!
Why don't we just make her one of us?
Listen, I'm overjoyed to become a frog temporarily.
Yes! One of us!
Grab the crown and let's get the hell out of here.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Take them to the beaver machine? Hey, I'm open to that.
I think right now they're trying to take you to the beaver machine.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Arbert? Oh, right. They can't turn me into a frog because you can't be turned into something you already are.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
Alright, so did you see where my buddies went?
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Fuath is do not deal with the Fuath.
Yeah, worse than the pixies, I guess.
It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them.
Oh, so they weren't going to turn me into a frog. They were just going to kill me and hope?
Land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
There were people whose story skipped to Shadowbringers and had no idea how you could breathe underwater.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people.
Yeah, that's the opposite of my experience with the Ishgardians, so...
It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Ooh. That was a little hard to see given what's happened to Edmund's voice actor.
Oh. Imagining their deaths. Oof.
We made Ishgard a better place. We're not going to let it go to ruin now.
Well, how there's a different swim animation if you sprint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Alright, where are our buddies? I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked. Lore! Hi! Just waves. Dear gods, were it not for Sorbon's blessing. But I need not labor the point. I am glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were to wash up on the shore only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Fuath kept that part of the bargain at least. Well, there were certain twists and turns. Our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for wetness. I am going to have to dress up to get through that gate, aren't I? Oh, thank goodness you're still here. Sulween, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Yulmoran army, at a guess. Meaning, we can play with them? Yeah, have fun. Have at!
And you want to turn them into beavers?
Listen, that's still at the forefront of my mind. But for now, they'll turn their efforts elsewhere. And they'll leave us alone. As much as you'd like. But just to be sure, I will return with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Alphino is coming, then Alice will be too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know. Really? Because we've spent several expansions having one without the other. All right. Just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before.
It's fine. Defeat the Light Warden would have always fallen to me.
Indeed you have. Very well then. See you afterwards, my friend.
Perhaps, but I would feel better if we were there to assist you.
I would feel better if you weren't, because I want to make sure I'm the one who absorbs the light.
Back to cheering you on from afar. See you afterwards, my friend.
What do you think? 10-minute break?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds good.
We'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Perfect time for it.
And back. And chat.
Hello.
Hello. And chat. All right. Zoom in. If it is indeed the Yomoran army, we may soon have to contend with Ranjit again, which may prove problematic even for you. If only I hadn't been caught. Oh, it's fine. A visit to the Numo! With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the 2 remaining bearers of the relics, the Numo are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the Flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away.
And now we're heading to Orianje's quest house for that one other side quest.
Indeed. Hey, it's Pixel.
Me and Alt the other day found on here in Exodus when doing a bit of leveling, 2 players called Tancred Waters and Coolerienge.
Where'd the music go? On the occasion of the 300th year of the founding of Volbert, a grand celebration was held in Grunist light. No expense was spared. Over the course of the festivities, guests were lavishly feasted and regaled with wondrous performances. Yet amidst all the pomp and pageantry, naught was more stirring than the recitation of the Oath of the Covenant. In honor of the alliance between Drawn and Galgent, upon which the kingdom was built, representatives of each race took to the podium. 'Twas a sight to draw tears from all who looked on. Vobert. Ugh, what strange names you mortals have. Ilmeg sounds much prettier. It means the kingdom of rainbows. Which word means kingdom and which word means rainbows?
Well, Meg kind of seems to just mean sort of like place. Like, Don Meg was Forbidden Land, after all.
True. Good Janana's Grace was named for Her Royal Highness Princess Janana, daughter to the king 3 generations prior. In the dark of night, that mountain pass catches the light which shines forth from the castle, giving it the impression of the princess's beautiful eyes of jade. Eyes of jade? That sounds lovely. If the princess were here, I would ask her for them. It's a metaphor, Ultron. First week, Thunder's Day. The princess being partial to the lakefront view, it was decided that all the noble lords and ladies would set out for a picnic. Having partaken of sweets, Her Highness ventured to the water, where she inspected her lip paint in the reflection. This caused the watching shepherds to remark that the princess had used the lake as her hand mirror. Ooh, there's a hand mirror lake to the southwest of here. That must be how it got its name. But who would go all that way to the lake just to eat? Yet another silly thing you mortals do. Well, I certainly learned lots of new things today, things the others don't know. I'm going to go and share it with everyone. They'll think I'm so clever, I'll surely become the darling of Lita Loran. Off we go. Amiable Pixie. Just when we thought Ultron was off doing their own thing as usual, they suddenly come and round us up. Mortal! Mortal! I told them about the people from the past, but they weren't the least bit impressed. Well, why should we pay any mind to those who are long dead? Much more fun thinking up new riddles while sipping nectar. Speaking of which, we found this really sweet-smelling flower recently. We're about to go and collect its nectar, if you wanted to join us. No, 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 I don't want to join you. I want you to admire me. Stranger and stranger. All right, suit yourself. That didn't work at all. They didn't think any better of me. But I won't give up. Not yet. I'm going to be popular, mark my words.
Yes, we will definitely continue this quest line right now.
In 3 years.
All I can think about this entire quest line has been the song from Wicked.
I haven't seen Wicked, so which one?
It's the song called Popular.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll be back in a minute. I just want to do something.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing that movie this week. It's 20 years too late, but, you know, sure. Yes, the hit musical from 2003, and they got the movie out, striking while the iron is 20 years old.
Well, the iron is cracked. It's broken.
Yeah, I've heard that the movie is fine as far as, you know, movie adaptations of musicals go, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but, you know, it is just really funny that it somehow took them 20 goddamn years to figure this shit out.
It's a well-seasoned iron. There's a way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. Although, how do I talk about this? Final Fantasy XIV fans do have a reason to take interest in Wicked, but we can't talk about it because of spoilers.
Interesting. Past yonder cliff lieth Plaeni, home of the new Mo. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. Oh, hey, we just read about good Janana's grace.
Yeah.
Nice amount of green. The pink was starting to really wear on me, to be honest. That thing's interesting.
Right, I'm back.
If the path striketh thee as precipitous, 'tis because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Vobert. 'Twas only when the Fuath came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the Light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world. That it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet, in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8th umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. The somber music in this expansion is pretty good.
Yeah.
Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve.
I do love Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing. And thus do I labor, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. Now there's a line I haven't heard in a while.
Mm-hmm.
The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha! Mortals! Just as we thought! Oh, come on, you're gonna end the cool music for this music? Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing so boring. We smelled you coming and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of Leda Loran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Oh, come on. Should have known better than that, Orion J. Oh, god damn it. Teleportation magic. For a mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Yeah, but I bet that's not the end of it. I'm not sure we're even in the same place anymore. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. Stealth time? We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Ooh! Fey Cloak, 'tis called. A most ingenious magic, which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. I feel bad for whoever these were.
Mm-hmm. They made it so far up the mountain too, which is...
Oh, I get it. So it's so sad and horrible when a person gets turned into a leaf guy, but when fairies get turned into beavers.
Well, the beavers are still able to be people. The plant people are just turned into plants. Later, Zay. Thanks for hanging out. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Wow, I just got deja vu like crazy. Holy shit. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. I have a limited amount of time.
At least you can sprint. You don't have to, like, stealth walk through this whole area.
Oh, I've been muted. Whoops.
Whoops. What should we do when we find them? Happens if you ride someone else's mount is an interesting question.
Let's test it.
Alright, shall I wait for you?
I'm on my way. God damn it. Hang on. Let me just lose this guy. Turn around. Turn around. There you go.
Alright, Pillion. Fey Cloak is gone.
Damn. Here, I'll carry you back to the other... Oh, you got a cutscene?
You've nothing to fear, mortal. I'm not like the other pixies. I'm worse! Better luck next time. That was a worthwhile experiment. I walk up behind Urion J. The most comical way to do it. Hey, buddy. I performed an experiment and it didn't work, so I'm back. I mean, we've got to test the bounds of the enchantment for science, right?
Oh, yeah. We do what we must because we can.
For the good of all of us, except the ones who are beavers.
Pixies leave, disappointment writ upon their faces.
Well, so I doubt you could fly over it either. Well, yeah, because...
Can't fly.
One, you can't fly on your own because the last ether current is part of MSQ, which comes later. And you can't fly on someone else's mount because that would involve getting in someone else's mount.
We lost sight of you. Is everything all right? I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? I see. Yes, I say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. That's a loaded word in this world. In other good news, the new Mo village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urion J deigns to join us.
Oh, we get turned into sin eaters and we're just called forgiven lateness.
Ha! Time to see what these guys look like. What do the Final Fantasy XIV ones look like? Are they little fairy guys?
Forgiven disorientation.
Oh, yeah. Their snoots have been booped. Mortals! Mortals are here! Lots of them!
They're very cute.
I don't know, I like... I thought you said the new Mo were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. It was beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you, to have so many mortals appear at once.
I'm just imagining Lemongrab's voice. Damn,
it's more excitement than we can bear. I'm not going to do Lemongrab's voice. If that's what you were angling for.
Oh, I mean, you don't do voices. I wasn't hoping for that. I'm just, it's happening in my brain and I don't like it.
It's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Widank, Tier Knee. It hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the new Mo. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over Leagia? That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we Numo have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Shit, with the gut step. Don't worry, we'll defeat Titania.
Just hand over the goddamn staff. I said that with a smile. Such discourtesy. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you.
But then you'll only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but she harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin-Eaters eliminated as we do. They're going to have me do trials before they'll give me the scepter, I assume. Mm-hmm. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Ulmoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. Oh, dog stuff, huh? All right. But even now, a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightest fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch! You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless? It's unfair! Unfair, I tell you! In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Excuse me. Since the kingdom of Vobert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while, and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? They don't look like dogs. I'm not used to their crushed snoots compared to the ones in Final Fantasy XII, which is the only other Numo I've seen.
They were first in the advanced tactics.
Well, I haven't played Tactics Advanced.
They've got the same snoot as they did in 12, basically.
No, they had like long reptile noses.
You're thinking of the Banger again.
Yeah.
This was a Numo in 12.
Huh.
You did this in the 12 crossover. You thought of the Banger were in the Mer.
Now I'm imagining a Banga named Inmash.
Yeah, here's one from the advanced games.
Adds Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced to the list. Hey, I'll play it. Honestly, I'd probably have more fun with that than Yakuza, if you want to consider that.
You're thinking of these guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've already dealt with them in the Evilise raids.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, this guy.
Why is TCG Card Shop Simulator still open? I hit quit on that before I started the stream.
It
Weird.
didn't agree.
Yeah, these Numo are quite accurate.
No, what it was I mistook the Sikh for the Bonga. I thought the Sikh were the Bonga and the Bonga were the Numo.
Yep.
You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see. Perhaps you can begin with Marn Ose. They are one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Vobert. With the Knights gone, however, Marn Ose has had no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage.
Alright, so we've got an Aetheryte, and there is a Aether Current somewhere around here.
Haven tier?
Huh. Oh, hey. They're using... Oh, not the same horse. Okay.
Ons. Haven's not even in chat today.
Well enough to be served. The question is whether we can provide a fitting reward. Well, head pats and ear scritches are, I think, what they're looking for.
Rienji's over here.
Where's Minfilia? Though the Numo may appear placid and amicable, be fairly warned that they live by uncompromising codes. Codes such as that which saith the payment must precisely befit the service. Be it an item or a task, have care thou givest neither more nor less than what is requested.
Tierney says, you wish to ask me questions? I should be glad to tell you what I know. As a fitting payment, you have to listen to me.
That's an old man. Alright, where's this Ether Shard? Oh, hey,
over by me. There's one over by me.
Come on.
Oh, that didn't even count as a jumping puzzle.
There's Minfilia? Where's Minfilia?
Oh, there's a Amara still
right next to us.
Yeah, that's what I was identifying earlier. Oh, there's Minfilia. What do I need help with? There's a striker who's almost to an Amaro. $1,182, $1,183, $1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Who? What? Where? Wait, you're a mortal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Well met. Yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Numo. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give their legs and your patronage to me. Man, thinking about it. A race of dog people who get pleasure from being loyal to humans / whatever other race you want to lump in with them, who have gone for 100 years without any kind of relief for that urge. I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
No wonder their standards for payment seem to have slanted a little bit.
We get to the moss fungi and they're like 2 inches tall. Okay. All right. Well, I arrived. I got what I needed, and now I'm leaving.
Oh, how familiar.
I'm still gonna beat you back to the quest objective, though.
I'm not going to buy that motorcycle. Somebody could buy me the motorcycle, but I'm not going to buy it myself. Ah, you are returned! With the moss fungus legs, I hope? They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder, used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs, as befits the work. Ah, to have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy.
Oh no. Oh no. I gave him 3 and the music has just suddenly gone really ominous. 3? But I asked for 2. No! This wasn't the agreement! I don't fulfill the work for 2. You don't fulfill the work for 2 moss fungus legs, so you tempt with another? You may as well call me a grasping mutt and spit in my eye. Well, if you make me a bad numo, then a bad numo I'll be. Oh yes, I'll make a fine mess of everything you're wearing. Rip it to shreds.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wait, there are 2 legs here. You mustn't tease us, sir. In my agitation, I could have done much worse than simply snap at you. You see, for there to be honor in our task, we must receive precisely.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment.
Man, you're opened up.
I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin with which you may pay me with when you desire to have work done. Many thanks for your patronage.
I didn't expect him to have that much of a meltdown.
Yeah, that's why. That was like 5 text boxes.
Yeah.
Hey, Hulk.
Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest East Fuath yonder? I keep hearing about the East games, and I hear they're decent, but I know nothing about them. Judging from your equipment, 'tis plain you're no stranger to battle. I believe East Fuath will have something to offer you.
I hear the first one is basically highlight if it was good.
Wow. There's a deep cut. I remember playing Highlight when I was a kid and getting, like, nowhere and dying 5 minutes in every time because I didn't know how it worked.
Random fact, Highlight is the very first game to ever have regenerating health.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
Anyway.
Oh wait, he's right here. Deep gold ring coffer. Ah, to have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magics, except they leave behind a harmful ash. We've no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you will be curious as to what I have to offer. I am a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Where?
Haha! There's nothing up here, but oh no, there's nothing up here. I just got up here because I can. Remember, my main character is a cat.
Mm-hmm. Where are these goddamn mushrooms? There we are.
Farming all these goddamn mushrooms.
These games are JRPGs, right?
Yeah. I've not played any myself, but yeah. It has the same sort of fighting mechanic as Highline, where you attack by walking into your enemies. Later games do give you an actual attack button, though.
Ah, cool. Aha! Damn it.
Yeah, my two characters that I play the most are a cat and the Lalafell who needs to climb stuff to get at eye level, so I'm climbing shit constantly.
Yeah.
My cat boy's minimum is as short as he can possibly be, so he also needs to climb shit to get at eye level. Yeah, no, that's not a place for you.
Hi, Koshak.
Good kitty cause trouble.
You've already removed the flame spores. How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search by the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. Back and forth across the zone.
That's MMOs.
Aha! As you pick the last of the flame spores, you sense a gaze from the entrance. Wait, hang on. Why did the music stop there for a minute? Hey, Minfilia! I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task and... I should go and report back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses. For a little while, at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again. It reminds me of the old days. Fair every day, I would carry my wares to the castle to offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Loreweaver. The Vobertites built it, and they named it Grunis Light. It was their last bastion in the struggle against sin-eaters. And now they're gone, all of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I will be glad to offer them to you, for a fitting price, of course. I should open some of these coffers. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider Reed Ladd? Wide Lad, the fattest Numo. They have been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honorable task would cheer them up.
Yeah, the coffers are starting to clog up my inventory, too. Just remember to open them on jobs that you can actually use, because you actually probably could use this gear.
Yeah, true. I've got mostly eye level 400 Dark Knight gear.
Yeah. You can think about, yeah, you can do the math on that later.
Yeah, fair enough. Aetheryte tickets? Haven't seen those for a while.
Yeah.
What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The Lawless Ones took my invisible ink. Without it, I can't make my arcane wares. Well, I can find you some invisible ink. Just let me teleport back to Edelshear. Who are the Lawless Ones? They're Numo like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? It's what I do. If you do this, I will consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, Lore, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? Yeah, sure. I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join. Thank you so much. The Lawless Ones make their lair to the south, inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. Collards, huh? They took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring as many back as possible. This is going to be a solo duty, isn't it? Getting out of this.
Yeah, it's a cool looking mount, but it gets in the way of itself.
Yeah.
That's why I always like the tiny mounts. Like the one you got this time.
If it weren't for the sail fin in the back, it would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well grab this Aetheryte while we're on our way.
The plot's going to take us there.
Why is there an Aetheryte 5 feet from the Numo Aetheryte?
Because that's the next place we're going.
I'm just grabbing the Aetheryte.
Alright.
I mean, I'm here. I might as well. No, I'll go there when it's time.
I think I found a fate. I think I found the start of a fate.
Ah, I think I see the cave. I just landed directly on a monster with 1 HP. I'm so glad it didn't aggro. I guess I'm too high level for stuff to aggro on me.
Yeah.
You probably are, yes.
I wonder if Minfilia's eyes glow in the dark. Father Collard's chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with new Mo. They looked none too friendly. If Thancred were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up.
In-engine, no, but I think that they do, judging from the cinematic trailer.
Yeah, the lore is that they glow in the dark.
Yeah.
That would be unnerving to come across, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because like in the cinematic, they definitely look like they are emitting light.
Yeah.
It could just be reflections, though. Like a very reflective, rather than emitting light itself.
No, they're like glowing blue.
Yeah, I think that's glowing.
That makes stealth very difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
Quite literally in this case.
I'll find all the ink I can and then come back outside. See you shortly, Lore. I'm going to have to rescue her, aren't I?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh, hey, it's the Porksies. So
Yeah.
the mount, the King Porksy mount, was only spoilers for something like a few hours ahead of me.
It's still spoilers.
No.
It's still spoilers.
Oh,
It's still massive spoilers. Do not look at that
Do
description.
not look at it at all.
okay.
Yeah. Don't look that damn thing in the eyes.
Why do they glow?
Yeah.
The Porksies have
Okay.
pen and stare.
Okay, I have to do platforming one-handed because there's a cat in my lap.
The Porksies have pen and stare. It commits upon you the sins that you have committed, and suddenly you are Beaver.
We'll spoil the beaver arc for Lore. You've been doing so good.
What have I done? God, I keep having to mentally censor some names as well.
Yeah.
That's Shadowbringers.
Yeah. Well, I talked about this back in A Realm Reborn. There were definitely times where I almost called Yida Lise.
All right, now how the fuck do we get up there? Ah, I see the stairs.
So, like, if you go back over the footage, you can probably spot a couple of times where I'm like, okay, now we gotta go meet up with Yida. Yida. Right, yes, that is her name.
I think I can remember you
Lida.
making that noise before, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I've got the ink. Now, this is a land in which the pink rhino mount is appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, are they... Is she just back? No, she's over here. Okay. Oh, that's a zoo. Alt Avis.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're
Yeah,
safe.
they mostly just ignored me. I guess I was too scary for them. I'm glad you're safe, too.
Went with, I see you use daggers.
I haven't seen much actual combat, so I was a little nervous. But I'm happy I could help.
Thancred taught her, but she is still a novice, according to herself.
Part of the Yulmoran army.
Don't need to worry about me. Gosh, how silly of me. You're a hero.
But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps.
You know, the glowing eyes thing would make it very easy to positively identify a Minfilia, come to think of it.
That's probably how they've been doing it.
Yeah.
I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around
this
me.
poor kid.
Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minfilia.
Yeah, those eyes definitely glow. Look at that. For no particular reason, what color are Bunny Lore's eyes?
Once, we journeyed to Nabatha.
Bluish gray, I think? It's been a long time since
where
I've
the
actually
Oracle
looked at
appeared
them
and stayed the
with
flood.
purpose. We'll zoom in on her in a minute.
As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach.
Oh. Alright. I don't want to say put a pin in that, Minfilia, but we'll continue that conversation in a minute. What the hell? Is this normal? Does this happen every so often?
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair.
I see your model has not been upgraded yet.
Come and play with us.
That's the plan.
It came from the castle.
Well, that was rude.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool, though.
This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Nemo.
Okay, Minfilia, you do not get to run off and face Titania yourself. Okay, never mind. I don't have to warn you about that because you can't get in anyway. But stick around We're doing this together.
Mm-hmm.
Lore's tired
How
of
about
people
words
that
of
are desperate to
Thancred and
prove
Yevas?
themselves running off to get killed.
Yeah! It happens so often.
Yeah. She actually probably can handle herself better than she thinks. She's got the Blessing of Light, she's got Thancred's training, she just needs the confidence to, do stuff.
Yeah.
I love her. She's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, yeah, she's fantastic. I love her. I will bear word to Thancred and the others. I'm sure they felt that too, don't worry. Alright, back to Wide Lad. Plot any.
We're going to have to run long if we're going to do the trial today.
I was going to say, maybe we cut it short after we get this particular artifact, and then do the Amaro next week, and then do the trial.
Weeks, though.
Oh, right. Yeah, we won't be able to do it next week because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We'd run really long if we did it today, though.
Yeah, it would be it would probably be a 5-hour stream.
Yeah. Mercy, Your Majesty. We had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Yes, this is the ink. And almost all of it, too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse. But thanks to you, it's simply bad again.
Hooray. Mission accomplished. Mission complete? Question mark. Mission adequate.
God. That might be the funniest line in the entire expansion so far. That's one of the funniest lines in the game. What? You had the vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin-eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests...
It would have been really boring if every single Light Warden were just a big, white, mindless monster.
Yeah, true.
So this time we get to fight a fairy king.
This manifests in the desire to play and to be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. And this will prompt them to give me the scepter. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service I promised. Ahem, nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well.
We should at least go until the plot ticks to the Amaro village, because then we'll have the ether. We'll have the aetherite right there, so we'll be able to just pick things up in December.
Yeah. I mean, we were at least going to finish the Numo section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wide Lad looks a satisfied Numo. Ah, there's nothing like honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that Elder Wide Ank returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you. Man, the more I think about these guys, the worse I feel for them. Because, like, clearly there's some kind of fae folk, and they're bound to the desire to be good dogs, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, they're good dogs, and their owner died.
Yeah.
It's basically that one episode of Futurama, except they can't die.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be happier as beavers?
Probably not, actually. Let's not beaverize these guys. There you are. I'm informed that you've been an excellent patron to our people. For that, you have my thanks. Now then, you will be pleased to hear that we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you would gather your companions, I will deliver our answer. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. But on to the matter of the stone scepter. During our deliberations, we were forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we have decided to entrust their fate to you. Take it, the stone scepter of the new Mo. This makes 3 relics. 1 more, and we can arrange a meeting with the warden. Ere you continue your quest, allow me to enlighten you as regards your foe. Oh yes, intel, please. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed upon one chosen to lead the pixies by the grace of nature. Not indicative of their size, though. It's still a regular pixie-sized boss. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
This leader, upon Ilmeg's founding, arose as ruler of all Fey folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fey folk render our blessing unto nature, unto water, wood, and wind, that our king might be further empowered. Though they are become a sin-eater, their powers remain unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature.
Once again, we need a more interesting boss fight than just another big, white, mindless monster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Is there anything else that we should know? Anything else? Only that if you feel unready for the challenge, and none here would blame you for it, you are welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will next have the chance. We would see that you were comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, I look away for one moment and every fairy and their nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling. Mine, do you hear? Not yours and not the Fuath's. And anyone who so much as thinks about trying to seduce her will wish they hadn't. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought of crystal. God, they're going to make me dress up fully as Cinderella, aren't they? Actually, they'll probably make Minfilia dress up, but I don't think Loreweaver wears dresses. I don't think she knows how to wear a dress.
I mean,
come to think of it.
Brit knows.
The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought of crystal. They are held in the Amaro's safekeeping at their settlement, Wollickdorf. It beareth mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast heretofore encountered. Owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fey folk. Though it saddens us to see you leave, we wish you well on your way. When you arrive in Wollickdorf, seek out the largest of the Amaro. His name is Seto Kaiba, and he is their leader and the bearer of the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
God, you saying that just made me realize that Seto is not a triple triad player, and that is criminal.
Now I'm imagining Melee's trying to hit positionals on an itty-bitty boss circle.
Yeah, that would suck. Like you don't even understand. You've never played a Melee long enough to get to the point where positionals are important.
Yeah.
Oh god. Another thing about it, because dragons don't exist in this world, Seto wouldn't even know what a dragon is to know what a Blue Eyes White Dragon is.
Nah. And our last wild ether current is right around this neighborhood too, so we should pick that up.
Yeah, we'll pick that up, attune to the Aetheryte, and call it a stream.
Yeah.
Because we're at 3.5 hours. It'll take at least another hour to do the Amaro quest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry we didn't make it.
Alas, there's going to be a lot of good stuff next stream.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to the Titania fight. That seems like it's going to be cool. Kind of monochromatic, but cool.
It's one of my favorite extremes, too, which we're not going to do today, obviously.
Well,
but,
obviously.
Like, it's a very fun extreme.
Alright, where's this? There it is.
There is still one more ether current, but I believe that's at the castle.
Yeah, the last ether current is, like, right outside the final boss's door, so we'll just get that when we get there.
That's a funky plant. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. I like that.
There's also a summoning stone over here, which we'll use maybe someday.
Someday, I will make a point of using every summoning stone in the game, just to say I've done it.
Alright, and I guess that is that for today.
Alright, yeah. That's where we're going to end for today. Man, this game has gotten really good. It was good before, but, like, this is where it's getting, like, special.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're going to end for today. So I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/Loreweaver streams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the !Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills for now, but I'm mostly just scraping by beyond that. And I need to save up because I'm moving across the country in June. So if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, I'd be grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who pledges because you're the reason I have this strange, silly job that I love so much. If it weren't for you guys, I would still be a telemarketer or a burger flipper or some other equally horrible, soul-sucking job. So thank you. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, @Loreweaver on YouTube. You can also find the link with the !YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams to YouTube. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is there. Everything from the last 8 years is up there. There's a wide variety of games. I'm sure you'll find something you like. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat while I stream. It's a fun time. I love talking to people while I play. I hope to see you here. Finally, the schedule. Tomorrow, I will be starting my second Star Control 2 playthrough for a patron, trying to get the good ending this time. Monday, I will be continuing Tactical Breach Wizards for a patron. Tuesday will be Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for a patron. Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be continuing UFO 50 and probably finishing Grimstone on Wednesday and doing other stuff on Thursday. And on next Friday will be Horizon Zero Dawn for a patron. And then next Saturday, we will not be doing Final Fantasy XIV. I will be having Thanksgiving dinner with my family. So I will not be streaming that day. And that's what's coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Have fun, stay safe, be brave enough to be kind, and get vile, Ken.